Hey, it's me. Keep it crafty. I have some super cute Easter basket ideas to show you. For this first DIY, we're going to glue this Easter bowl on top of the garden dish from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm adding this garland from Hobby Lobby in the bottom and in the top bowl as well. For this DIY, you're going to need 2 of those garlands. Once you have your garland placed where you want it, we can start adding in a couple of gifts. I decided to go with this little Peep, and then I filled some eggs with some candy and some money, and I placed those around the Peep. Once our big eggs are all placed where we want them, we can start adding some smaller ones at the bottom, and then we can move on to the next part. The second part of this DIY starts with a bell cloche from the Dollar Tree. I'm using fur to wrap mine, but you can also use the dusters from the Dollar Tree as well. It made it easier to cut a strip and then wrap it around. Once I was done gluing that strip, then I just cut a circle and glued it to the top. Now that our cloche is all covered in fur, it's time to add the bunny ears and create a face. I'm using these ears from Walmart, but the Dollar Tree has some great options as well. The nose I'm using is just a pink heart from the Dollar Tree, and the eyes are from a previous project. For the mouth, I just took some floral wire and twisted it into the shape that I wanted. I actually only had silver, so I ended up coloring it with permanent marker, and I did that for the whiskers as well. Now we can bring our base back and add our head on top. To keep it from lifting, we're just going to add some tape around the bottom. Then I'm adding a bow, and that's it. I really love how this turned out. This next DIY was one of my favorites to create, so let's get into it. I'm starting with some foam board. I'm going to trace a peep onto the foam board. To create the peep, I just used 2 bowls and then I free-handed the ear. You're going to want to trace the peep as far to the side as possible because we also need to cut out some 3-inch wide strips. I used 2 foam boards for this project, so you'll end up with 2 peeps and 4 3-inch wide strips. For each strip, I'm going to roll it to make it easier to manipulate when I'm creating the border around the peep. Once all the foam boards are rolled we can start placing it around the peep. Just cut the strips to the size that you need and use hot glue to stick everything together. Once the border is complete, then we can move on to the other peep that we cut. For the second peep, I created a 1-inch border going around the entire thing. I cut out the inside and glued it onto the other peep. Now we can move on to adding some decoration. I'm adding this shimmer garland from Hobby Lobby to the top and the sides of the peep. I ended up using 2 garlands, but you can definitely use more if you want a more fuller look. Now that the outside is taken care of, we can move on to the inside. I'm placing my flowers in the ears and then I'm taping it down so it stays in place. I decided to go with 4 bunches of flowers because I wanted it to look really full. A lot of the things that I use in this video are from Walmart, like these 2 cute bunnies. I'm just placing them right in the center of the ears. Now I'm adding in this purple bunny. I used a glue dot on the tag so the bunny would stay in place. Now I'm taking this cute little pouch and filling it with some paper shred and my eggs that are filled with some goodies like some money, some candy, the good stuff. I wanted my pouch to sit right on the bunny's lap. I'm adding in some more paper shred, and you can never have too much candy, so I added some more in behind the bunny, and that's it. I really enjoyed making this one, and the best part is that it leads right into my next DIY. If you prefer an enclosed Easter gift, then this video is for you. The peep cutout should look familiar because we just used it in the last video. This will end up being the top, so I'm cutting the excess off, leaving about a 1/2-inch border on the sides of the peep. Now that I've removed the excess border, I can trace it onto another foam board and cut it down to the size that I need. Then similar to the previous DIY, I'm gonna cut some strips. You'll need 2 full-length strips that are 5.5 inches wide, and once you have those placed, then you can determine the size you'll need for the top and bottom. Once all the sides are glued on, I'm gonna tape on the top. I'm putting tape on the outside and the inside as well. I'm gonna be adding some cello wrap. I recommend adding the cello wrap before taping the top on. I just used some double-sided tape to stick it on, and now of course I'm going in with that garland. I was having such a hard time figuring out what I wanted to do for the outside, but I settled on this purple glitter paper and I was really happy with this choice. It was definitely tedious trying to cut the shapes that I needed, so I would recommend using some vinyl from the Dollar Tree, but if you prefer the purple glitter, then I got those sheets from Hobby Lobby. The outside is complete, so now I can move on to the inside. I'm adding some paper shred. I want to be able to see my flowers through the ears, so I'm placing them at the top and taping them some at the bottom. To fill in some of this empty space, I'm going to add in some paper shred, and now I can add in my gifts. My purple bunny, some candy, this cute cup. I felt like it needed more flowers, so I'm adding some at the bottom. I'm adding this pouch to the bottom, and then to finish it off, I'm adding a ribbon so I can tie it closed. And that's it. It's so cute. And I really love that you can see the inside from the outside. Now, if you're looking for something a little more simple, this next DIY requires no cutting, no gluing, and it might be just what you're looking for. So we're starting with this clear bowl. I got this bowl from Walmart. I'm adding some garland at the bottom of the bowl. Now I'm taking these beautiful flowers and folding them and then placing them around the bowl. I ended up using 6 bunches of flowers for this DIY. Now I'm adding in this garden dish to act as the base for the gifts. I'm adding some paper shreds on top and these cute bunny ears from Walmart to the back. I added in this camera, some candy, and some other fun stuff, and finished this DIY off with those cute little bunnies. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment your favorite DIY below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can always keep it crafty with me. Thanks for watching.